It's time now to go inside innovation, brought to you by DMI, mobilizing enterprises for the connected world. Well, since winning the high-profile Rise of the Rest competition in Indianapolis last year, a lot has happened to young water quality testing startup 120WaterAudit. It has secured some $2 million in funding, launched a new product for public water systems, and received some incredible national exposure, including a meeting with the Obamas and a feature in California Sunday Magazine, not to mention intros to VCs around the country. For more, let's talk now with co-founder Megan Glover. And Megan, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, and congratulations on the growth.
Thank you.
You and I were talking on how 120WaterAudit got started, and as you said it was one of those kind of accidental entrepreneurial situations.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it really started over a cup of coffee. To be completely honest with you, and a simple question, Megan, you have 2 young kids. Do you know what's in your water?
Wow. And from there, you started, you're a marketer, been with a number of software companies. You started doing some research, came up with the idea. So give us the model, give us the technology and the innovation behind 120WaterAudit.
Yeah, absolutely. So our first product was a simple consumer kit, which was backed by enterprise logistics technology. That wound up in the hands of some public water systems and expressed some interest in school districts. And as we were working with those clients, my background being in software and data management, really saw this need, the fact they had no modern tools to help them execute these programs. So we prototyped a compliance management software that the state of Indiana purchased, and from there we've been closing business ever since. And
you talk about closing business, you're now in multiple states. And again, you're talking about schools, municipalities are some of the biggest customers.
Yes, government agencies, public water systems, and school districts are our primary selling target right now.
You've had a lot happen to you and your company over the course of the past year. Steve Case in the Rise of the Rest, the AOL co-founder, who has this tour. He goes around the country. The premise is basically there's a lot happening in the middle part of the country. You won that pitch competition.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What's been the fallout, the impact really of winning that?
Yeah, I mean, so many impacts. I mean, first and foremost, our round of funding was absolutely accelerated. We've been introduced to LPs and venture folks across the U.S. and then, their thesis of big businesses can build and grow outside the coasts, and they do everything that they can to support that mission. And so we've benefited from a lot of that.
And you think, I know I've read in some of the research, you feel that Indianapolis and Indiana is a great place to grow a technology company.
I do. I mean, I've been in the tech scene for the last 15 years, and I've never had a reason to leave. And we intend to grow our business and build our business here, and there's no reason to leave.
$2 million round of funding. You've essentially tripled employment to up over 20. Talk about growth plans and where you see.
Growth plans. So we're really at the precipice of this market. We'll grow about 300% year over year. We believe that that's just the starting point. So with growth, we'll be looking for a new home. We'll be at least doubling in staff next year, hopefully, and then looking for a growth round of funding. All the while, just continue to accelerate on our product features and offerings.
California Sunday Magazine did a big feature, but I got to ask you, you and a very small group of entrepreneurs had a chance to meet with the Obamas. Yes. What was that like? Surreal,
yeah, starstruck. So it was wonderful. It was a conversation. He was so thoughtful with his time, and what an incredible honor.
And in addition to that, the connections to venture capitalists around the country, those connections, those experiences are really important, especially for a young business.
Yeah, very much so. And especially when, we have a thesis portfolio that doesn't really fit a lot of the molds. Blended margin, environmental compliance, and so it's so important that we meet folks that kind of invest in those things as well.
All right, 120WaterAudit, based currently in Zionsville, growing, getting national attention. Megan Glover, thanks so much, and we look forward to having you on again soon.
Yeah, wonderful.
All right.